Good evening and welcome to the first of a few shows of the Phillips Watch Auction Special. Welcome. Hope you enjoyed the new intros for this week. Wake up, everybody. Okay, so let me introduce you to the wonderful panel. On my left shoulder, we have Andy. Good evening,
Hey.
Andy.
Good evening. Good evening, everyone.
And back from appearance after a bit is Sam. Casual Watch Reviews. Hello, Sam. How are you doing, mate?
All good, all good. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for having me back on.
Great. No problem. Thank you for coming back on, mate. Okay, on the bottom rung, hold on. Yes, settle down. We'll come to you in a minute, Brian. We've got Pocket. Hello, Pocket. How you doing, mate? All right?
Hey, gentlemen. How you doing?
We're doing great. And final, Mr. Tension Seeker himself below us, we have Brian. Hello, Brian. How are you doing, mate?
Hello, your Lord High Ship Mayor of Endor.
Could I ask you to turn your microphone down a bit, please, Brian, if you don't mind? It's all about you. Thank you.
How's that?
Well, everybody, I said this is a big week for us. We're doing a series of shows on the Phillips auction. So tonight we are all going to look at the catalogue. Now I did put a link in before in the YouTube there about for the link for the catalogue. If you want to go to it, I'm going to drop it in again for anybody who wants it. Just bear with us, and I'll drop that in. And we're just going to have a general look through. If anybody wants any specific numbers to look at when they flick through, give us a shout in the chat, and we'll try to accommodate. That's what we do here. So, first of all, let's have a wristwatch check, shall we? So I have on tonight a Bolivar hack. So basically, it's their redo of a watch that they did years ago, which was their first watch for the army, with their first hacking watch. So that's what I've got at the moment. Just put it on for a change. Batch.
Yeah, nice.
Very nice. So this is a relatively new watch, but it's been glued to my wrist for a while. So it's a Tudor Submariner 1973.
Oh,
there you go.
Look at that. That's beautiful, isn't it? Yeah. So for all those who don't know, his favourite watch used to be the Crepass, and then kicked it to the curb, and it's now gone.
Long gone, yeah.
Fell out of love with that watch, which I thought was going to be with him for life. There you go. Crepass isn't for life; it's not for Christmas. It's for life. Never mind. You got rid of it.
There we go.
Okay, Sam, what you wearing, mate? I've got a guess. I'm going to guess, but
go on, because I've only got 2 watches left.
Yes, the Rolex, isn't it?
Yeah. It is my little green date just, and then I went all in on the green, so it's got the green rubber bee on there as well. But yes, I made a video recently saying the hottest new date just. How I got the hottest new date just, and then somebody replied in the comments, it's not the hottest. So according to some random commenter, it's not the hottest Rolex.
Right, excellent. Pocket, what you wearing, mate? I'm gonna guess it's that new one you got last week. The whatever it was.
So yep. After a fresh trip to New York City,
So is that just to wind me up? Because that was the first colour that I nearly got killed for a few months ago. Remember, I went to buy myself a yellow one, but nearly had my head caved in. Do you remember?
Yeah, I do. But yep, I went to the Omega store. They had the lady in front of me got the last Mars, so I was that close to getting the Mars. But they only had then the Sun, and they had a whole shelf full of Venuses. So I guess if you want Venus, you can get it, but otherwise you're out of luck.
So what's the strap you've got on then? What's that?
A beautiful $20 strap from Amazon.com. but I had an old deployant Omega buckle, or fake
nice.
Etsy
Wow.
wannabe Omega. But yeah, really makes
Do
it.
you know what? It does
nice
actually
watch.
look a lot better when it's got that proper strap, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I was still in New York, and I went on Amazon.com so that the strap would be home when I got home, because the strap it came with is such hot garbage you don't even want to play with it.
So hold on, I know somebody. That's right, Brian. He went into bloody Vegas and he managed to pick 2 up. So do I take it that shops are having them now? Am I going to be? They are over there. I don't know. That'd be interesting. Taking a trip. Yeah, all right.
Earth
Yeah,
and Venus.
I've got a few trips to London due soon. I might just pop in and see.
I think London's a bit hotter. It's kind of that community there who just want to jump on the hype, and we'll keep it going for as long as possible.
Yeah.
So
We'll see. I'll get one eventually. That will happen. Okay,
it will
brilliant.
happen. Yeah.
So Brian, what you wearing, mate?
Oh, you're on mute.
Nope,
You're
you turned
muted.
it all the way down.
What do you want me to be wearing, big boy?
Behave. What you wearing?
Oh man. All right. I'm just wearing my beat around the house,
Oh yeah, that's right. The
Yeah, what a
yeah.
beater! What a
the
beater!
left-hand drive
Yeah.
wearing it on the incorrect wrist. Yeah,
No,
that's right.
this is the right hand drive.
Oh, the right-hand drive. I can't work out what you got. Oh, it's
Yeah,
the
that
right-hand
dial's
that one.
gorgeous.
Oh, that one. It's nice.
Beautiful
isn't it?
dial,
Right,
yeah.
Yeah.
Green.
You're
still wearing it on the incorrect wrist. Don't care. Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's
It's all right
go
to do,
through the
but
comments,
yeah.
everybody. Yeah, let's go through. Okay. Ian. Good evening, sir. Thank you for being there. Stop. Okay. Yeah, upvote. Evening, panel of viewers. Evening. Hello, Sam. Hello, Shovel. You all right? How's your head? Okay. Matt H. Good evening, everyone that voted. Thank you. Right. Let's just get rid of all the people I haven't spoke to before. Okay. Brian McCarthy. Hello, mate. How you doing? Right. Again, Ian Shovel again. Lux report. Hello, Lux. How you doing? Yes. Ian's asking where Chile is. Chile, where are you? I don't think, just in case it kicks off. Okay. I've got one more. Ray. Woof woof. Casio and G-Shocks must be part 2. So watching University Challenge anyway. No, Ray, we're not doing anything about Casio G-Shocks. If you looked at the title of the video, you'd know what we're doing. We're doing Phillips auction, part 1, the catalogue. Specsavers for you. Right. Okay. Right. So, without further ado, let me grab the catalogue to the stream. So, anybody else want to go in there and grab the catalogue as well, and then let's see where we are with it.
Yeah.
Take it. Everybody there's got the catalogue, have you? My wonderful guests, my wonderful panel.
I do.
That's good. I made sure I flourished you with that, didn't I? That's good. Right. Where the hell is it? Sorry, we're not really organised, are we? There we are. Geneva auction. Okay, can we all see the screen? Yes?
Brilliant. Yep.
Right. Okay. So, any particular model anyone wants to talk about at the moment?
Whichever one's Clara is auctioning off.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you actually.
Clara. Yeah, I remember that name. Yeah, I remember that name, don't you? Do you remember that name?
Rings a bell, the name. Yeah.
It does. It does kind of ring a bell, doesn't it?
Hi everyone, this is Clara Kissy from Phillips in association with Bax and Rousseau. I'm inviting you to join us on TN Triggers to watch our live Geneva Watch Auction 16 on the 5th and 6th of November. Don't miss it.
Was that the Clara you were talking about, was it? Was that the one you were talking about? It was, wasn't it? That was her, wasn't it?
I think that's her, yeah. We had a little chat with her
yeah.
the other day, yeah.
Yeah, we had a little chat with her the other day. Oh, I can't do this anymore. I was going to say, listen, guys, that lady there is in on Thursday on a video we pre-recorded, spoke to her, and she's doing a whole hour. We have Clara Kessy from Phillips Auction on the show on Thursday. Do not miss it. 9 o'clock GMT.
Brilliant insight.
It's a
Yeah.
brilliant insight to the auction. And I'm also going to be streaming the auction on Saturday and Sunday on the channel as well from 1 o'clock. There you go. I said it. Right. We've been holding that interview in our head for literally 4 or 5 months, knowing that she was coming on.
Clara did actually recommend, she actually chose 3 of her essentials for us to look at tonight. So maybe we could start with number 27.
Number 27. Right. Okie doke. Let's go and have a look. I may have to do the PDF. If this one doesn't behave itself, I've also got the PDF as well. So number 27. Let's hope that actually opens up to 27. Let's see. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh,
so, representing
there we go.
the UK. And she did say this would probably be one of the highest selling watches of the.
I think she said it. Yeah, I think she said this was the highest. Did she say?
Possibly, it could be the highest.
12?
Yeah.
Did she mention 12 million or something ridiculous? I'm sure she said it could be 12 million.
It was, yeah. It's going to be one of the highest record prices, I believe. Yeah.
Just look at that. He's pretty amazing, isn't it? So let's have a look at the description here. So, 1992 spring case tourbillon, 18 karat yellow gold. Wow.
Oh,
that is amazing.
Does anybody know the going prices for kidneys and lung donations?
Probably still won't be enough.
Yeah, that's bonkers, isn't it? So while I'm going to bring the picture up again, I'd like to know what everybody thinks in the chat. Now, it's not the price is right, and it's not rate my shit or anything like that. This is proper high-end horology. So I'd just like to know what everybody in the chat thinks about this watch. Because we do actually think this is going to be Clara thinks it's going to be one of the highest sellers in the whole auction. So
I do believe if we go back several months, that when we were doing the pick your 3 whatever you wanted fantasy watches, that my top fantasy watch was a George Daniels, not a spring-loaded case tourbillon, but.
I do remember George Daniels had pop up in it. Yes, he did. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So I'm just saying that I've got taste. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So no one at the moment in the chat is actually saying what they think about this watch.
Well, if you go to the 5th picture, you'll really see what makes this watch super
high in the back.
Okay.
It looks like it hasn't come for sale for 30 years. It looks like it from the read up here, from the write up here. It looks like it's been with one owner for 30 years, and this is the first time it's become available.
Is this the picture you're talking about?
Yeah. So it's pretty much it's like a duo face, but with this really really cool case. So not only do you get the fun on the front, but you get the fun on the back.
It's almost pocket watch type thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah, it really does. That's why you picked up on it, obviously. Wow, that is amazing, isn't it? But absolutely seriously, if you were absolutely, completely and utterly minted, and you could just pull this kind of money out your pocket to buy it, would you buy it? Is it your bag?
No.
Yep. If I had the money, I'd buy it.
Right. Yeah, it's your. Yeah. I don't know if it's. Honestly, I don't know.
Who wouldn't?
I don't know whether it's.
I'm going to say I'm still on team no. I mean, I said it just
really.
It's beautiful, but it's just. I guess I'm just not one to have a watch that is just a museum piece. And
probably not for me either, to be honest. Even have the money to buy, I wouldn't just buy it just because I could buy it.
Yeah, but it's probably some of the best watchmaking possibly you could ever own. And was it not Daniels who invented the coaxial, if I remember correctly? It
was. Yeah.
So much innovation there.
Mm-hmm. I just want to say right now that I am so disappointed in my twin American brother from another mother. I just can't handle it anymore.
Sorry to let you down, Brian. Sorry to let you down.
I mean, those blued screws are probably worth my whole collection.
Yeah. Just one of them, yes.
One of them, yeah, correct. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Let's see. Before we move on to another one, let's see how many people. Okay, so we've got. Okay, so, yeah, Memovac says Daniels is my cup of tea, not the price though.
Yeah.
Chili, very elegant. Brian McCarthy likes it. Okay. Yeah,
It's a work of art, is that?
Yeah, I don't want to own a watch I could not wear in public. Do you know what, mate? If you're in London, you can't wear half your stuff in public.
Look, it's probably more risky to wear a Submariner than this. To me.
Yeah, because
nobody's
someone
gonna know
owns
what
it,
it
they
is.
don't know what it is, do they? They might think it's some cheap thing off some Chinese website or something, couldn't they? You know?
AliExpress.
Some cheap AliExpress, cheap tourbillon, a couple of £100. Or open heart, whatever they call it. Yeah.
What was that company that used to sell watches in all the airplane magazines?
Oh,
yeah.
I can't remember, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I miss those airplane magazines. Those are fun to read.
Yeah, and the crossword puzzles too. But that's beside the point.
Tissot used to sell them, didn't they, with the basketball logos on them, the team logos.
Yeah. What was the other number? Sorry, Batch. The second.
Yeah, sorry. So the second choice is conveniently it's number 30.
Oh, that another joke.
I think Clara has a crush on George Daniels.
Well,
I think Clara's got a crush on high-end horology.
High horology. Well, it's a big thing, though. She mentioned with Phillips that independents are being highlighted a lot more, and the demand on independence is, it's gaining a lot of traction, and it's not often you get these pieces available. So,
look at that! Look at that! If he invented the coaxial escapement, he wants everybody to know, doesn't he? It's written on the back of that watch clearly.
And it's the trait of English watchmaking is the thicker plates. You see how the plating is extremely thick.
Yeah.
Is that a trait
of English watchmaking? Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
You heard it first on the ticket show. Perhaps not.
It's solid. Yeah.
Yeah. It's amazing,
hand engraved, obviously, as well. So
this is a 2010. So the estimated is 300 to 600,000 Swiss francs. This is going to go. I reckon this is going to go over $1 million. What do you reckon?
3 million.
Quite easily.
That's over $1 million then, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So it's number 24, the limited edition of 35 pieces.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you think my name change will help?
Maybe. Can only hope.
Yes. Excellent.
So it's got purple screws on it, that one, hasn't it? So you can actually it's been exposed to the flame a little bit longer than the blue ones.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
Must admit, it is pretty. I think I prefer this one more than the other one. Actually, it's a bit
than the
more...
previous. Can you pull up the dial? Just a closer look.
Yeah, it's a bit more. I think it's a bit more wearable, isn't it?
Yeah,
slightly.
I like the first one.
I wouldn't throw either one of them out of bed. I mean, deny either one of them.
Yeah.
The detail on the dial as well, the texture, the finishing. Yeah.
Yeah, that is amazing, isn't it? Look at that.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah. And if you look where Daniels is, it's a completely different finish compared to the rest of the dial as well.
Yeah.
So it's contrasting. Yeah.
It is.
And that runs all around the outer edge, and then the inner's different. Yeah. So attention to detail is,
Attention to detail is amazing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, look at the engineering on it. It's amazing, isn't it? It's just wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's have a look. Is there any particular one? Hopefully you're all flicking through the catalogue.
We still have one more.
No, you got one more. Have you? Go on.
One more from Clara. Yeah, 141.
Just how much tension I was paying.
Yeah. Obviously, you wouldn't be a good watchmaker.
Right, 141. Right, let's hang on a second.
Oh my goodness, another George Daniels.
Wow.
The English collection.
I rest my case. She has a crush on George Daniels.
It's a burden I have to live with.
Yeah, Right, okay. Let's have a look at this one then. Okay, yes, as we pointed out, it's a superb and ultimate yellow gold wristwatch with coaxial escapement date, correspondence from George Daniels, and presentation box. Limited edition of 48 pieces. Now, let me just have a look at the. Ooh.
Does
There
that
we
have a
go.
left? Does that have a left-hand knob on it? I love it.
And again, I
Yeah,
think
you just-
open this picture up bigger, I think, if you can. Like, look at the finishing on the outer edge of that as well.
Yeah, wow. And
Look at
again,
that.
coaxial escapement written here.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he probably did.
Oh, he did. It's not probably. He did. He did. There's no
Right, okay.
probability.
No, you asked the question. You asked. You said, "Did he?" So I thought you were.
No, I believe he did. Yeah, but yeah,
Believe he did.
yeah,
Right.
I was questioning
Yeah,
my
look at-
memory, but it was confirmed.
Right. Yeah. Look at the detail on that.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Amazing.
And again, the thick
Yeah.
plating, which is
Yeah.
incredible. Yeah,
Absolutely.
like how many
It
hours
weighs-
of carving?
It weighs 4 stones.
Yeah,
I don't know how
Okay.
much that is, but I
Sorry.
know it's something.
Right. Let's go back to.
There's a
Go
book.
back to it a minute. Sorry, I had to get out of that minute. Right. So any other numbers from anybody? Any
74, John. It's a really interesting Omega. It looks like it's one of the versions, the prototypes of the Alaska project, Speedmaster.
Ooh.
74.
Yeah,
Now
I'm
you're
74.
talking,
I
yeah.
remember seeing that. Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember
it
seeing that.
actually, when you click on it as well, it even contains a prototype of the housing as well.
Oh wow, this will go for crazy money. Yeah.
Oh, I think I've seen one of these on eBay at one point with that housing. Unless, yeah,
Well,
I've
well,
seen it,
yeah.
definitely.
they did create one that you could buy.
Ah,
So
that
this
was-
this
yeah,
Alaska,
that's what
yeah,
I've seen then,
this
yeah.
is the prototype that they did because it was
Ah,
for
right.
I think it was for Mars and for Alaska, exploration.
Yeah.
It was for the Speedmaster to withstand extreme cold
Would you
temperatures.
really, really wear it with that bloody case? Would you? Who would wear it with
You
that
would
case?
if you would in the environment. Yeah,
Yeah.
God, that looks hideous, doesn't it?
looks like the
With
creppers
case
now.
on. Okay.
Yeah, it's an important part of Omega history, so I wonder if they actually might
Yeah.
bid on it themselves because it
Yeah,
might be a
put it in
piece
the-
unique that they
yeah.
made different versions of
Yeah.
it.
Put
sure,
it in
for
their
testing.
museum, right? So let me see. Let's get some info on it and see how it came about. It was made for NASA. How did it get in the public domain? How did someone get hold of it?
Yeah, I don't think they did make it for NASA. Or maybe it was.
Yeah, is indeed part of the restricted, extremely specific output. According to information received from Amiga Museum, the present piece is an intermediate effort to be placed between the Alaska and the Alaska 2 project. Yeah, it's just wondered how did it get into the public domain because it was made, as far as I'm aware. So
Do
it
you know
looks
what?
like they'll probably buy it back, won't they?
I think it might be quartz as well. The
Really?
It's a movement.
Yeah, it says
Wow.
such as albatross for the chrono quartz, but I'm not sure if it
Oh, wow.
specifically says.
Movement number 001629. That doesn't give us any clue. But if you think you
Wow.
looked into it, it's quartz. Wow. Okay.
Well, it just has a line here, just saying. Where is it? So it says. It's known that common knowledge that undertook a series of secret projects for NASA, codename Alaska. So it is NASA. The name had nothing to do with the geography, rather was randomly selected according to Omega's internal rules that demanded new watch projects would be codenamed after a city or state, such as the somewhat ominous sounding Manhattan project for the constellation, while movement projects would be codenamed after birds such as albatross for the chrono quartz. Okay, so this one isn't quartz then.
Okay, that's interesting.
The present.
I like it, but I don't like the cat. Obviously, the case of it's quite. Yeah. It's just interesting to see how. I'd like to know how it came into the public domain, and 100%. I think the museum will probably. I wouldn't be surprised if Amiga don't get it back for their
Buy it
museum.
back in. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, these watches used to be soft. Not this particular one, but the Alaska projects. For quite a soft watch, you could buy them for maybe 15k, and then they've shot up now like I think they're around 30,000 for the
because they released
public
they
domain.
released the consumer version, didn't they?
Yeah, and this is
Yep.
hundreds to 200,000. I mean, the question is, do you think it would reach that? I mean, I've seen some lately in some auctions where they don't actually reach the estimated price.
This will run. Yeah.
Will it run what? So 100 to 200,000 in defo, you think? Yeah.
Yeah, easily. It's it being the prototype as well. But as I say, the non-prototypes, the public domain ones, are now gaining traction. They're really popular.
Okay, so is there any numbers that anyone? Okay, so let's say, Patrick, is there anything you fancy taking a look at, mate?
Well, I've got two near the top. One which is just a hot take, and one that's beautiful.
Okay, well let's have whatever. Give us the numbers.
The hot take is number 8.
Number 8. Okay. Let's go.
And the other one's the pocket watch.
Okay, number 8.
It's a nice dial.
So here's my hot take. I think it is ugly as crap.
Yeah, I must admit, I was going to say I don't like I don't like it.
I think this is the ugliest watch that's been released in years. And whenever I see it on Instagram, I'll always make that comment. And then I just get roasted for like the next 2 days of everyone just slamming me for that opinion. But really, I just want to know. Yeah. I mean,
the guy whoever owned it in 2022 has not waited a year to get rid of it, has he? I mean, it's a 2022 watch.
Yeah. I think that Fume dial is horrible. I mean, it just looks so poorly done. And I said, I just want to know, am I alone in that thought, or do you guys?
No, you're definitely not. I mean, if every other channel bows down to it and said it's nice, even when it's not, I'll just turn around if I don't like it and say I don't like it.
I believe my American friend is trying to say that watch is so ugly. If it was a dog, it wouldn't lick itself.
Sure.
Enough.
But yeah, no, I'm curious. I'll watch that one. I mean, I know it's the 50-year anniversary. It's got that cool rotor on there. So, I mean, it does have some exclusivity, but it's just, I'd be so much happier if it was just a black dial or if it was just a gold dial, but that Fume just ruins it for me. And it's just a hot take, because when I was going through the list of pretty watches, that one just jumped out at me as being like the ugliest one in the whole crew.
Probably Duckland. Yeah.
We're the back of it than the front of it.
Yeah. But now that we've scarred our eyes with ugly, number 23 is probably my favorite of the entire show.
Oh, well, okay.
23. Okay, let's have a look at 23. Let's go back. Okay, it'll be interesting to see. Ooh, really?
I know, I'm weird, but I think that thing is so cool looking.
Sorry, not a fan.
Once again, proving we are not related.
I mean, look at that.
No, not a fan at all.
So I'm alone on an island. No one else likes it.
No, you're on your own with this one, mate. Okay, so let's just find out what the first of all, what do the rest of the panel think? Sam, take on this.
I haven't got, to be honest, I haven't got strong feelings on it. I like the fact that the movement is rectangular in the back. It's not like a circular movement that they've crammed into a case. I mean, the crown's nicely recessed but it looks a bit sharp, that side bit. It looks like it's a bit like a razor's edge, but
just don't get the shape of the watch. It's either got to be square or round, preferably round. I just don't get the shape of the watch.
I wonder if it's an optical illusion, actually.
Yeah.
The third picture makes the crown look a little bit more normal. Yeah, that picture almost makes it look like the crown is rendered. It doesn't.
Yeah, an optical illusion, isn't it? It's actually convexed in, but there it looks like it's concave to the side.
Yeah. So yeah, the third picture makes the crown look normal, but yeah, I just think it's neat. It's kind of like an old Cellini Prince / JLC Reverso, but it just has, to me, more style, and I love the gold movement on the back, or the brass movement.
Okay.
But just
it's certainly a talking point, anyhow. Definitely, it's definitely a talking point.
Well, it's a doctor's watch, right? Doctor's watch style, so it makes sense for pocket to a level.
So I just look at that, I'm like, oh, that's just a classic beauty. It's just, as I said, one of a kind, unique. You're
going to be the only one in a Red Bar event, I would say, with that on.
And I'm not even really a big Voutilainen fan. I mean, I was standing 3 feet away from Kari Voutilainen in New York, and I didn't even say hi. So, as I said, for me to like him, or this one, is pretty special for me.
Okay.
Yes. It doesn't offend me, this one. I think it's kind of cool.
No. Okay, so for anyone who's come late to the party, I'm just going to play a little video again. Sorry. Just to let people know what's going on here. So, everybody watch this a minute.
Hi, everyone. This is Clara Kissy from Phillips in association with Baxton Rousseau. I'm inviting you to join us on TN Triggers to watch our live Geneva Watch Auction 16 on the 5th and 6th of November. Don't miss it.
Okay, guys, so those who are late to the party, we are doing a review of the auction on Saturday and Sunday live on this channel, as Clara said. And we have Clara on the show in a pre-record on Thursday evening, where she's told us all in great detail about a lot of these watches.
Oh, it's insane. I can tell you that now. Like, I watched the replay today during the editing, and fascinating. Yeah, the amount of information he provides.
The amount of information about about the amount of information she gives you about watches is like, wow, amazing,
brilliant. Yeah.
Really, really good. Right. Any more? Right. Anybody in the comments, anyone want to pick a number out the catalogue that you're interested in? I hope you're all looking at the catalogue. I can drop the link to the catalogue again if anyone wants to, who hasn't got it.
I have two of interest, Your Highness.
Oh, right. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
What we got?
The first one is a watch that I would suggest for my friend Batch Guitar down there.
Ooh, okay.
What number?
And I might actually like it too. It's number 68.
Okay.
Okay, and a second.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Now it's
Is
a
that you?
two-tone version, but
Yeah.
I'm a bit. I don't know.
Oh, come on. It's a 222. How can you not like it?
I don't like the bezel.
or the case shape or the dial. But other than that, he loves the watch.
Yeah.
Right.
It's got class.
It's a PRX type shape. Am I right?
No, PRX is like a 222. Not the other way around.
Oh, right. Okay, but it's the same. I'm going to relate to it. So, unless I like the shape of the case, I do not like the bezel with all the. I don't like the indents of the bezel. I'm allowed to say that, and I am saying it.
Yeah.
You're allowed to say it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And you're allowed to be wrong on your own show, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But
Bet
that's
Pocket
number.
I bet Pocket
Okay,
doesn't like him either.
I don't really like it. I like the 222, but I don't like the two-tone version.
Oh, but this is a
That's
prototype, so it's going to be a collector's piece.
Well, collector, schmomector. I just like what I like.
Seriously, Batch, do you like it?
Yeah, I'd rock that all day long. Yeah.
Yeah.
I prefer it in gold, solid gold, but yeah.
This one, because of its size and because of the two-tone, it may sneak in under the price of in the realm of reality versus the George Daniels stuff.
Yeah.
But the other piece that I think is interesting is number 134, because I think this may tell the tale of how this brand is doing in the world of collectors.
That's true.
To see if it still gets somewhat decent bids.
Oh yeah, okay.
I mean, the estimate is so low. I mean, that's just funny that they'd even put that on there.
Yeah, that's for a lot of the people that'll be bidding at the auction. The price of this one is a rounding error for them.
Okay, so they probably took. I'd imagine they probably took this in on a sale with other watches as well. Maybe like a collection. There's probably maybe 5 or 6 that someone's sent in, all by the same person. This is maybe you wouldn't see someone just taking this, handing this on their own, would you? One watch, I'd like to sell this. You wouldn't go to. I don't think you'd go to Phillips, would you, and sell this one particular watch? I mean, it's nothing special about it, is it? I mean, is it limited or anything?
Well, they just sell out so fast, don't they, Ming? They I think they're only small batch, aren't they? And they're exceptionally hard to get hold of.
And that copper dial was very well received.
Yeah, I must admit, I actually do quite like that.
And I think their photography makes it a little more pinkish than it really is.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Is it more? Yeah, that's almost a salmon dial, but they call it a two-tone copper dial. It looks. Yeah, it does. I know what you mean. It's more as a salmon color, isn't it?
But I think it'll be interesting to see if this does, if this does go for 5,000 or 6,000 Swiss francs, then the brand still has some legs. If it goes,
what did it go for on Chrono 24, for instance? This, I mean, surely there would be one. I mean, it wouldn't be.
Well, I can Google that while we chat amongst ourselves.
Yeah, it's a 17.06, as you probably know. Anyhow, that's the reference probably that Chrono 24 will recognise.
There's some MB&Fs further down. There's a Laurent Ferrier as well. They've got a good eclectic mix here. They've even got a Comex Rolex, a Comex Submariner with Comex stamped on the back as well.
Oh yeah, that's well, it's like a military one, but it's kind of.
It's that diving organisation, isn't it? They're diving. It's an engineering company that
engineering one rather than anybody who. Yeah, that's right.
That's like the ultimate Submariner because it's the reason that they're so expensive. The Comex ones is it's likely that it definitely was used by a saturation diver or a diving engineer. They actually.
I wouldn't say it's the ultimate Rolex. The ultimate one is 5517.
No, I mean for the Submariner, if you're a Submariner collector, because it's
the 5517 is a Submariner, but that's the ultimate, the mill sub. The 5517 I would give you the ultimate. They're like 150 grand or something ridiculous.
So the lowest priced Ming with the copper dial right now is $4,100 US.
Wow.
And then they go up to 5,400 for the copper.
Okay.
So just be interesting to see if it goes over 4,000 or 5,000 Swiss francs. Does the brand still have legs, or has the brand run its course?
Sam, what would you like to look at? Give us a number.
Bezel still have to embezzle.
Yeah. Well, I was looking at that Comex, the 126, the Comex with the date and no Cyclops.
Okay, 126. Let's have a look at that. Okay.
I think to Brian's point about does it still have legs as well? I think we have to talk about number one, the Tiffany dialed Rolex, because they were going.
Definitely. We'll say about that in a minute. Yeah, okay. So it's still a nice. Yeah, this is still a nice sub, and as I said, 40 to 80. Even if it reaches 80 grand, it's still a lot cheaper than the 5517.
The mill subs.
The rest of my effing life. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's got some number on the back, so I bet you that's actually was issued to a diving engineer or.
Oh yeah, undoubtedly, yeah.
It's really cool.
Okay, so number one is the Tiffany dial one, is it? Let's have a look at that then. Wow, what are they going for nowadays? These Tiffany dial ones, are they still?
There was an article in Watch Pro saying at the peak they went to 18,000 US. At the peak, but it could be trading between. It could have been trading between dealers, but they had an interesting write up on it. But I mean, if that goes for, I don't know, who knows? I mean,
their estimate is 5 to 10. Now, anybody who's watching who's new to auction, if it went for 10, you've got to add literally about 24% added to that plus tax. So, yeah, it's about 24%. That's another quarter near enough.
I don't think this will go crazy. It's not like it's It's not like the Patek. It's not a limited run. Like, there's quite a lot of these in circulation if you really want one.
Yeah, it's a hype watch, isn't it? It's just a hype.
It's a hype, yeah, and I think people are getting a bit cooling off a little bit.
Bit jaded.
But we'll see, right? We'll find out. I could be totally wrong.
Lot 1, so first out the store.
Yeah, we'll find out pretty quick, yeah.
Well, that top 3, to your point, Batch, that those 1 to 3 are hype watches, aren't they? So it'll be interesting to see.
That's
I mean,
true,
that
yeah.
Aquanaut, if that went for 120, I mean, that's eye-opening if that went for 120.
Yeah. And the classic Daytona, yeah. It's going to be an interesting auction, yeah.
Yeah, because, I mean, where they rattle through them sometime, I mean, some of them, when they were just like, I mean, I'm trying to pick out anything here which is just like run-of-the-mill. Maybe that Ming's run-of-the-mill, I don't know, or something that's just not, it just goes, you just go through them so quickly sometimes, don't they? They don't pay much attention to it.
Yeah, there's an
look at that.
offshore.
Look at that chronograph. Look at the Daytona. All gold.
Yeah, that red Daytona is wild.
Beautiful.
This is definitely
Yeah.
hype. This is hype loaded.
Yeah.
Wow, I've never God stickered. It's bloody stickered, guys. Wow, does that literally mean it's never been worn?
That means that the first purchaser thought it was too ugly to actually put on.
You're probably right. So rare stickered, extremely attractive, really. White, gold, and ruby set chronograph wristwatch with grossular garnet. I'll just say gross, not grossular. I just put the word gross. Editor. Sorry. Karen said hang tag and presentation box. I don't like it, I'll be honest.
It's not to my taste, but I can see why people go for it.
Yeah, it's out
precious
there,
stone.
isn't it? You're not
The dial, love it or hate it,
You're
is rare.
Yeah. You're not shrinking violet if you're wearing that on your wrist, are you? Crikey. Okay. Okay, is there anybody in the panel first who would actually wear this?
No.
No.
I'm sorry. This is the Tea and Tickers channel.
Meaning by that, meaning what exactly?
We have better taste than that.
Oh, that's all right.
There we go.
Good. That's good.
John, there's some breaking news just come in. Christopher Ward sold all the Belcantos.
Wow.
Wow.
It's not surprising.
300 of them. Wow. So if anyone, thank you. So if anyone has seen a video I dropped at 1:00 today, there's a Christopher Ward Belcanto, which is a chime watch. They made 300 only, and they've all sold out. And it was 1:00 at our time when they went live. Wow, that's pretty good. Now I'm due tomorrow to go to London to actually see it. I'm probably still going to go. What's the point? I'm not going to be able to buy one if I wanted to.
Might not be able to see it now. Maybe we've had to sell the prototypes as well.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. Yeah.
None left.
Yeah, so tomorrow I'm off to London to have a look at it. That'll be interesting. Thank you. Right. So anybody in the anyone in the chat like this Rolex and would wear it? Not just stick it in a safe like the previous owner has. Would you wear it? Ian, it's got your name written all over it, mate. Ian Nicholson. Yeah, would you go in a pub and drink your 19 pints with that on your wrist? 30 Danny, yes, mate. I love them. The future. And Ian Nicholson, especially with the chili sauce and garlic sauce. What's he on about? Oh, he's on about something else. No, man. Come on, 30 Danny. Concentrate on the Rolex, mate. I'm talking about food.
Talking food.
Yeah, talking food.
Well, I can give you a number. If you look at lot 95, I'd rock it, but I think everybody else probably hate it.
Lot 95. Right, hang on.
You know me, I like to mix it up. I like to go against the grain every now and then.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, let's just have a look. 95, let's squiddle down here to it. Let's see. Okay, 69, 90.
Oh, God, really?
Yeah, I'd rock it. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Oh.
Really? This is...
Yeah.
Oh, God, Swiss likes these. It's the...
They're cool.
It's the scales.
The
isn't
weighing
it?
scale. Yeah.
Weighing scales. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a jumping hour.
Jumping hour. Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like
Beautiful.
weighing-
That is.
Yeah, it looks like a set of weighing scales, though, doesn't it? I always say that. Absolutely. Listen, you're hot for Cartier anyhow.
I am, but I just
you'd
think
have a
it's
pink
cool.
Cartier. No, I don't like it. No,
I would.
Sorry.
I knew you wouldn't like it. That's why I said bring it up. But I love it. Yeah, I just like things that are different, and I like to get reactions out of people, so I'd wear it even more.
Yeah, the jumping hour is pretty cool. John, you might want to look at 125. That's right up your street. If you
yeah.
I don't mean to jump you around now. Just if you're looking at the next one.
No, I know about this one. 125 is a torn at Ravel before I even get to it.
Yeah. So it's
that's the Blancpain 50 fathoms.
Yeah,
basically. So the story is I did a review last week on the Bolivar that they nearly got the contract, but they pulled the contract before the US government actually bought them. And the reason they pulled the contract because the contract was only for 1,000 to be made in total. So Tornet Ravel then took up the or Blaupunkt, should we say, combined with Tornet Ravel, they took up the order. And there's 1,000 of these in the world only. And it's the same specification, basically.
Yeah, it's got an interesting write-up talking about the history of it and why it's not got Blancpain on the dial because it's it had to be made in the US because there was a Buy US Act.
That's right. You couldn't have any watch that was made Swiss made, so they had to do it on at Ravel. That's why. But basically, as you said, it's a Blancpain 50,000 really, and it's exactly the same specification as the Bolivar because that's what they took it off. So it's got an humidity indicator above 6 o'clock. Fixed lugs, and it's got a loomed bezel. And interestingly, I didn't actually check with Clara whether the bezel is a lockable bezel. I would imagine it would be because the Bolivar has got a lockable bezel. So basically, you can't turn it unless you push it down first, and it's a unidirectional one. So I would say, let's have a look at the specification that this would be the same because it was just a direct order after that one. They picked it up fairly quickly. But it was 1,000. No, it doesn't go into that much detail. But I'm very surprised if it didn't have a lockable bezel. But yeah, it's a bloody nice watch. That so you say 60 to 120,000. Yeah, I could see that going for that price, 80, 100,000 at least, because I've seen one before go for that price. I've had one in before. Yeah, great watch. Yeah,
they've re-released them, haven't they? There's a company that's re-releasing them.
Yes, they've re-released them, but they're not. You see, that's what they messed about and they've changed it. They've changed something. I think they've changed the case size, which really annoys me.
Seiko movement in it as well. It's not Blancpain.
No. Okay, so they've saved a bit of money by putting a Seiko movement in. I could just about live with that, but why change case size? It needs to be the same case size exactly, because that's I won't get down that road. Right? Anybody? Any numbers to look? Anyone more numbers to look at? Anyone?
I'd rock 150 as well, but nobody's going to like it again. Oh, maybe a few. Will.
Let's have a look. 150.
I mean, I can't hate it. It looks a lot like the Voudelainen that I liked.
Yeah, true. the huge sigh.
I need a word in you.
Come on, it's class. It's Patek Philippe. It's like an American design, like the Cartier.
Really it's like cool. The crash got pinched.
I must admit, I did actually think to myself for a quick second when I saw it. I thought, is it Cartier crash? And then I realised it was a Patek. But
no, it's a really cool case shape on the Patek. Yeah, I can tell by everybody's reaction, but that's what it's all about, right? Like,
yeah, exactly.
It's a lot of it's just like it's why we.
Pieces.
It's why we love this hobby or this disease.
Look, I love subs. Obviously, I like more mainstream things as well, but I just love really fancy, unique dress watches.
Hey,
Yeah.
ugly watches need love too.
Yeah.
True. But you find these pieces when you wear them on the wrist, they do look really cool.
Yeah.
It's how you rock them. Yeah.
Well, the watch that I want to take a peek at real quick is 48.
Yeah, plenty of time. Yeah, it's got right. We got plenty of time, mate. Don't worry, we're fine. Fine. 48. Wonder if anyone from Brisbane wants to come on and pick a watch, because I think he's a bit short on them at the moment. So you know, he might want to come on and pick one.
Oh,
So the only reason I'm really sort of highlighting this one is I've never seen J.N. Shapiro sort of make big news, and this is the first
I like
time
that.
I've seen it.
I like that.
So for anyone who doesn't know, J.N. Shapiro, he pretty much is just a dial maker. I mean, he does the Rose engines and the straight line engines, and pretty much has been famously known for making this infinity weave. And he kind of just makes a couple, well, maybe a handful of watches a year. And he uses the Bausch movements, so they don't, make their own movements, but they case them and do all of that. But I'm just kind of curious to see what this goes for, because this is the first time that I've sort of seen him getting a big press. And, it kind of gives I guess they call themselves an American manufacturer, but that's a Swartz ETN movement. So I'm just kind of curious to see what that one goes. So I'm just going to be watching it just to see what it does.
What movement's that? Sorry, is it their own movement? Is it?
No,
somebody
it's a
else's?
Swartz ETN movement. So it's a Swissy Bausch.
Okay, I do. What does everyone else think of this one? I like it. I actually like it.
Yeah.
It's classy. I'd wear that.
Yeah, no, he made one that had a meteorite dial, and I was very tempted because it was a tantalum case with a meteorite dial, but the price was a little high for a dress watch, and you guys know how much I love dress watches.
what you mean the price was a little high for Mrs. Pocket?
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Johnny, you must be having a bid on 127.
127. Yes, we know that as well. Yes, years before
Yeah, a
get to
cheeky
it.
bid. Yeah,
No. Seamaster 300 issued to the army. Yeah, I know. I've been all over that as well. But that's gonna get. You see there again. That's if you don't get a mill sub and you've only got a bit of cash. You this is the second one, but still ridiculous. This will still go for. It will go for 80 or 100,000. It's got down 30 to 50,000. We did have a discussion with Clara about it, and she said she didn't know whether it was actually been used in service because the bezel is very clean. It doesn't look like it's been through any hardship.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely been worn though, hasn't it? Yeah.
Well, the thing
I mean,
about
it's not taking a bullet, but
it goes in. It goes in the stores stamped like that. So even if it had never seen any service and was passed around under the table for a couple of quid by somebody, it would still have the stamps on it. You know what I mean? It doesn't come out the stores, get stamped and handed to somebody. It comes into the stores stamped like that. So it could never ever. It's a possibility. I haven't seen any action. I don't know because unless it's had the bezel.
It was issued to somebody, right? Though it was an official issue watch.
Yeah, it was official issue to somebody, but
the
thing about it, they might not have.
But they might have kept it, knowing it was an Amiga.
Yeah.
Maybe they knew something about watches and kept it as safekeeping, or wore it for parade ceremonies, not for actual in the field.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they could have just stashed it somewhere. But it is a great watch.
Yeah, they're great.
I stare at them when I go to Burlington Arcade and the Amiga shop. They've usually got 2 or 3 of them in the window, which really triggers me. You know what I mean? It's beautiful.
Chili wants us to take a look at 91.
Of course, I will. Right, just a minute. Yeah, so just go back to quickly this. So it's basically it's got fixed lugs. It's got a tritium on the dial there for whatever. Yeah, it's proper. It's a proper watch. 91 was it? Sorry, guys.
Yes.
91,
What
yeah.
you said 91, right?
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
of course. I'm looking at that.
Modern.
Let's just slide this a little bit.
So there's two modern ones next to each other.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm with you, Chili. I like the Ressens, but I don't think very many other people on this panel do.
I
owned
don't
one.
mind them. It's interesting, isn't it? Oil filled and it's magnetic.
Yeah, it's a fun watch.
It's cool when you see the whole dial move around.
Yeah, it'd be more interesting to see a video of how it works. Maybe
Yeah, it's insane.
Is it? Maybe whether I'd pay 30k for it, I don't know. But it's titanium. Yeah, it's an interesting watch. The looks of it, isn't it?
I'm going to say I think it's going to go for a lot more than 30. I don't even think that's its MSRP. So I think they're, as usual with these auctions, they're
A little underestimate.
are way low and sort of silly.
It'll probably fly.
Does Clara? Did anyone ask Clara that during the interview? Why do they do auction estimates so low?
Yeah. Why are the estimates ridiculous compared to what
that's
we
the
know
question
they're
I've
gonna
always
sell
wanted
for?
to know. There must be a reason for it.
It's easy to put two and two together.
Yeah, go on, Batch, go for it.
Well, it gives more space to auction, right, to get the rally going. And his insights around that, which I don't know if we're allowed to say, so we won't. But
no, that's
it
right.
also makes
correct.
But it also makes the watch appeal to a wider audience. Like maybe I have a chance. It just attracts more bidders, right? If I run an auction business, I'd also do the same, just to attract people to at least have a go at it.
Yeah, she gave some insights, but would rather get her on again to talk about auction. To be honest, it was getting late. We could have had her on for 2 hours because there's so much information she could have given about how an auction works. At one point, she was getting, but we went over an hour into the chat about these stuff anyhow. But we want to get back on at some point to talk about the workings of an auction because it's fascinating. Yeah. But she gave a bit of insight. But obviously, we don't want to steal her thunder, and also I don't think we're allowed to say what
we're allowed to say.
Yeah.
So there's a quick question in the chat from a friend of mine, actually, Houdini. I've got him into the watch world. I've sucked him into watches.
Welcome to Houdini. I'm glad to say that you've been infected now by Batch.
Yeah, you've got the disease. Yeah, so sorry about that. But
yes.
he wanted to understand what it means, oil filled. So my understanding is the whole dial is filled with oil, and the reason for this is when you're under the surface, right? It doesn't reflect. Is that right?
Well, it also increases the water resistance as well because there's no air in between.
No air in it.
Yeah. Typically, it's only done with quartz watches with a higher torque movement, but the resistance is different, isn't it? Like I think Pocket, you told me how that works, didn't you?
Yeah. The refraction of oil and water is the same. So pretty much when you're underneath the water, the dial pretty much looks like it's floating in your face. So there's no reflection, there's no distortion. It truly just looks like it's like right in front of your eyes. And there's a little bellow underneath the dial to allow for the contraction of the oil based on heat because it'll expand and contract. And so that's kind of the most complicated portion of the oil. But their really neat function was that they somehow have a magnetic clutch that controls the module that sits on top of actually a base ETA movement. So the main drive of the entire watch is just a base ETA, but it has this really awesome magnetic powered module on top that's oil filled. So you're right. It's a pretty unique piece of tech. So I'm definitely on Team Ressens. I think they'd make pretty awesome watches.
And some people put oil. Don't somebody do it? Some people do it in Seiko sometimes.
You can oil fill any quartz watch. You can oil fill any quartz watch. You just got to get the right type of oil to do it. But the thing is that you need a high torque quartz movement because of the drag. Because if you just do it with a normal quartz watch, the battery will run out in like 3 months or something.
Yeah. There's YouTube videos all over people doing it. People show you how to do it. You can
don't recommend trying it.
Yeah, and Zen makes one. They make a really nice oil fill.
Yeah.
Right,
yeah, really nice.
Now, Houdini also said when he came in, have you looked at number 41 yet? So, Houdini, is this your bag? Is this what you like?
Oh, wow.
That's hideous.
I definitely don't think that's his style, but
Not his style, no.
it's pretty out there.
Yeah, that is pretty out there. That is... No, I really don't like that at all. I'm sorry, but really? 250K?
Oh,
He'll
that's
go
gonna
for a lot more.
That's going to go
It
for almost
will,
$1
won't it?
million.
What kind of guy by? Is it
The guy from what's his? Is it Adam Lambert? Is it from?
Oh yeah, Maroon 5.
Maroon 5. He's
Maroon
got
5. Yeah.
He got one of these, right?
He might actually be selling it because I think he's having some marital issues at the moment. So maybe
Right.
That's one of my cousins, one of my people.
Oh.
Well, let's just have a look. Does it say where? Exactly. Okay. I don't know. I'm just trying to find any information that makes
there's the joke. I think Houdini's joking saying it's the ugliest watch, but if you the what's incredible about it is that they're all sapphires and they have to grade them. They're not colored rainbow. They've graded each sapphire a slightly different shade of the color. So it might look over the top, but actually as a gemologist, as a gemologist has had to source all of those sapphires. So it's actually quite incredible the way they've designed that.
Oh, it's true.
Yeah.
Supposedly the sapphires are all internally flawless. So they're perfect sapphires, and they're, computer matched and graded so that they make that perfect rainbow effect. So yeah, ugly as hell, but very impressive gem work.
Yeah.
Okay.
That one would look better if it didn't have all the decorations up and down the bracelet and the lugs.
Yeah, I guess you could change the bracelet if you wanted to make it more wearable.
Actually, like that, did it? I think there was a version without the diamonds.
Yeah.
Just on the bezel, yeah.
Not for me, that. Okay, so I think with that bombshell, we'll leave it there.
Tickers, what if that had fixed spring bars?
Thank you, but no. No, even if someone said that was issued to the Marine Nationale, I'd say, nope, not for me.
It looked much better on the Shell Cordovan strap.
Yeah, right. For anybody, okay, so just one last time for anybody who has joined late to the party, we have a special
Hi
message.
everyone, this is Clara Kissy from Phillips in association with Bax and Rousseau. I'm inviting you to join us on TN Triggers to watch our live Geneva Watch Auction 16 on the 5th and 6th of November. Don't miss it.
There you go. So Clara is advertising. She did that in one take, by the way, which is quite good because she didn't know what she was saying. Yeah. She is inviting everybody to watch the auction on Saturday and Sunday that I am streaming live, and a lot of panelists. I know, Sam, you're going to come in on Sunday, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Batch is going to drop in. Palm's going to drop in. Brian, are you available around the weekend to drop in?
Yeah, I should be. I don't know. Maybe.
Cool. Pocket, you around?
Yeah, I'm not working. I don't know what the wife is forcing me to do, but if I can jump in, I'll jump in.
Anybody else who wants to jump in? We're gonna have a party. Yeah, so it's 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock GMT both days, Saturday and Sunday, and I'll be streaming the auction. But before that, on Thursday evening at 9 o'clock, we have a pre-record hour with Clara Kessie. She is going to talk through the catalogue that we just looked at and give us some absolutely fascinating details about some of the watches that are in there. So basically,
our favourite picks.
Yeah, we've picked our favourite watches, and she's going to talk to them in great detail. So thank you everybody for watching. Please join us again on Thursday, and please join me also with whoever else is going to jump in on the Saturday and Sunday. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the bell notification, hit the thumbs up on this video, and we will see you again very soon. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Yes,